Hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much, sorry. There we go. Welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. We're going to do your week ahead reading, March 11th to the 17th. I want to get these out on the weekends because, I like to kind of set people up for the next week. And I thought it'd be a good idea to get them out on the weekend so that you can kind of, when you've got more time, look at them, absorb them, and then see how they play out in your week. So I'm going to be doing the reading slightly differently. We're using 3 decks of cards. We're using the Ciro Marchetti's Tower of Dreams, which I really love this deck. But we're using this one. We're just drawing one card from this to see what you need to focus on for the week. And then we're going to discuss the energies around that. So past, present, and future using the Druid Craft Tarot deck by Stephanie and Philip Cargon. Fast becoming one of my most favourite decks to use. The illustrations are just incredible and so expressive. And finally, we use the Tea Leaf Fortune cards by Ray Hepburn, just to give a little bit more sort of advice for the week. So any additional advice he wants you to know. So with that being said, Taurus, we're going to just shuffle the cards and ask the universe what is it you need to focus on? What does Taurus need to focus on for the next 7 days? Between March 11th and March 17th, 2019, what does Taurus need to focus on? What does Taurus need to focus on? What does Taurus need to focus on for the next 7 days in one card, please? Okay. You need to focus on the 7 of Coins. Okay, so, the 7 of Coins is all about the hard work that we put in. It's all about our hard work bearing fruit. So I think that you need to focus on, I think that in a way you need to turn things around, Taurus, and look at things in a far more positive way, because I think that when we ask the universe, what is it I need to focus on? Well, you need to focus on abundance with the 7 of Coins, because this is all about all of your efforts, all of the hard work, all of the toil, all of the labour that you've put in to a project or a situation. With the 7 of Coins, this is all about reaping the rewards and reaping the benefits. So you need to focus this week on reaping the benefits of all of the hard work that you've put in. If you think about the 7 of Coins, often with the 7 of Coins, it's depicted on a lot of other tarot decks with a man standing with a spade, and he's got his head rested like this, and he's looking at the 7 of Coins. And sometimes the 7 of Coins is waiting for, you've planted the seeds, and now you're waiting to see the growth. You're waiting to see what, the harvest, because the 7 of Coins is all about having a good crop and having a good harvest. If you get this card reversed, this card can actually mean that you put a lot of hard work into a situation, but you either get back nothing or you get back very little. It's about getting very little returns back for the hard work that you've put in. So this can be on your investments, and the focus for the week might be to focus on your investments, because the 7 of Coins is all about the money in your bank, your finances. Sometimes the 7 of Coins is your job, so you need to focus on the job, the work that you're doing. Is the work that you're doing providing you with satisfaction? Are you being rewarded for what you do? So we can turn the card around and say, well, you don't just need to focus on financial success for the week, Taurus. You also need to be focusing on the value. So is the work that you're putting in, is it creating value with the 7 of Coins? Because the 7 of Coins, remember, you plant the seeds, so you're creating something and you're watching it grow. So is all the work that you do, all the energy that you put into a particular, it doesn't even have to be kind of work. It could be your family life, it could be your love life, whatever it is. The focus for the week is, am I getting value for what I put out there? So you need to focus on the value that you're deriving from all the hard work that you're putting in this week. Okay, am I being valued? Am I getting the value? Am I seeing the value? Am I seeing the fruits of all of my hard work and labours in whatever capacity that might be? Let's have a look at, and some of you guys, it's your investments and it's your savings with the 7 of Coins. Let's have a look at the past situation around this 7 of Coins. So, the focus for the week, as we mentioned, I'm sorry, every time I shuffle the cards, the bloody it's not, I'm recording from my iPad. I bought this new contraption this week to put it in to do the recordings, but it just messes about sometimes. So, okay, let's just shuffle and ask the question. So, just show me the past of the situation, please. In this situation, we said that this week you need to focus on kind of, are you being rewarded? Are you, what is the value of what is the value that you're experiencing? What is the value that you're getting from all of the hard work and all of the You know, all of the dedication to a task. What are you getting back? What are you getting out of it? Now, in the past of this situation, the universe is saying, Taurus, that you guys, well, you had the Five of Wands. So this can be conflict, or you were facing, you know, a challenge. Some of you guys were facing a challenge. Some of you guys were having to go up against competition with the Five of Wands energy. And often when you get the Five of Wands, this is about facing a challenge, and you have to face it with the Five of Wands. This isn't about backing down. This is about standing up for your rights. So some of you guys did face a challenge with the Five of Wands energy. Some of you guys were embroiled in some form of a fight, or embroiled in some form of a conflict with the Five of Wands energy in the past. And the Eight of Wands energy, you were ready to attack. Look at that, Nine of Wands, sorry. Okay, you were embroiled in some form of a fight, a conflict. You were facing a challenge in which you were ready. You were ready on all cylinders to attack. This Nine of Wands on the Druid Craft Tarot deck reminds me of a guy who is ready to set those wands out. He's on the defense. He's definitely on the defense, and he's ready to attack. So I'm seeing you embroiled in an argument here, in some form of a conflict with others, Taurus, and you were ready to go out on the attack. You had all your kind of missiles ready and lined up, and you were ready to go with that Nine of Wands energy showing here. All right. Sometimes this could be enemies attacking, but I don't think, because the guy is standing with the wands. Taurus, this looks like you were ready to attack. Okay. Some of you guys ready to start launching a new business, perhaps. You got the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is business, it's money, but I see you guys kind of, Nine of Wands is also protecting, but with this Nine of Wands showing here, it just looks like to me, even though he's got his arm in a sling, which I've just noticed here, he's ready to, if you look at how the Nine of Wands is, he's got one wand in his hand, but he's got the other 8 lined up. So he's ready to start launching these missiles here. He's ready to start launching, I think, some form of a business with the Ace of Coins. Because Ace of Coins is money and it's business matters with the Ace of Coins. So ready to start launching. I feel that you guys, in the past, I feel that you were facing a challenge. This challenge was in launching a business, for example. Because I'm looking at the Nine of Coins as launching as well, because of the way that the wands look like they're missiles. So I think with the Five of Wands, you were facing a challenge in terms of launching a business with the Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins will always be business or money, but this looks like, because you're launching it, it's a business. Some of you guys with the Nine of Wands, it's all about protecting. Remember, he's the bodyguard within the tarot as well. So it might be that you were facing a challenge in terms of guarding or looking after or protecting your money, for example. Ace of Coins is, if you just read the Nine of Coins as it, the Nine of Wands in terms of its general meaning, which is the bodyguard meaning, protection, guarding your money, guarding your assets. And some of you guys, it's either whereby you were facing a challenge in launching a business, or you might have been facing a challenge in terms of protecting your assets, for example. And the Ace of Coins can be your home as well, because this is the foundation of your life, for example, where you live. So some of you guys might have been facing a challenge in terms of protecting your property, your business, your home, that type of thing with the Ace of Coins, your money. Now, and this is why the focus needs to be on the Seven of Coins energy, your savings, your money perhaps, looking at where things are heading here. Now, right now, for some of you Taurians, what your focus is on is the, oh my God, that showed up for somebody else, and these cards are really shuffled really well. I feel that this is all about, right now, you guys are focusing on your imagination. You might be focusing on digging deeper and just getting and tapping into your intuition, as I see the Queen of Cups. The focus might be on a friend, or getting some friendly advice, or somebody who is empathic, or somebody who can guide you with that Queen of Cups energy showing there. So I feel that your focus right now is on getting guidance, because she looks like she's guiding someone. All right, so it's almost like you are focusing on getting some form of guidance with this Queen of Cups energy in how you can launch or even counterattack with this Eight of Wands energy, because this is all about launching as well, how you can launch. So therefore, I feel that you have faced a challenge in terms of trying to protect your assets. And I think that with the Queen of Cups energy, you've been focusing on getting guidance on how you can launch or how you can attack. Eight of Wands is also an attack card as well. So this is like a counter-attack, for example, showing here. The Devil, okay. The Eight of Wands can be about releasing. Look, he's releasing the wand. So how can you release yourself from a tie? The devil energy talks about constraints and restrictions and being in bondage. This is all about releasing yourself from that bondage. So I think that you guys have been concentrating right now in the present on getting some guidance. Remember, she's holding the cup, so this is a lady who can give guidance. Getting guidance on how you can release yourself from the devil, from the restrictions, or from being in bondage, or from being, you know, being held up in some form of a contract. Because I actually feel that you guys in the past, you faced challenges. It might be that for some of you guys it can still stand. You could have faced challenges in terms of launching a business, or faced challenges in terms of trying to protect your business, or protect your money, or protect your home. And right now the focus is on getting guidance on how you can free yourself from some form of contract or some form of chain. Okay, it looks to me like this is either problems with launching a business. You can't launch a business until you get rid of something. It looks to me like you need to get rid of one thing before you can start doing something else. So if this is about launching a business, you can't launch a business until you get rid of the credit card, or you get rid of the debt on the home, for example, or you get rid of the second mortgage, or you get rid of the loan, because the devil can be the loan. Remember, the devil is what you owe the money to. He's demanding. So the devil makes demands, okay? Right, so how you get rid of all of the demands, perhaps, because the Eight of Wands is getting rid of, he's releasing the wand, so he's getting rid of something. Demands is the devil, all right? It's the thing that has you kind of on lockdown. So this is a contract, or this is people that you owe money to with the devil energy. And I do feel, Taurus, some of you guys right now are focusing on getting some guidance on how you release, how you get rid of the devil, the thing that is holding you back from perhaps setting up that, launching that business. All right, for example, this can be launching, because he looks like he's launching missiles, the business. The thing that is holding you back from, because you're facing challenges, launching perhaps Nine of Wands, a business, or you're facing challenges and need to protect Nine of Wands energy, your assets, because the Nine of Wands, remember, is a bodyguard. He's protecting assets, protecting money, all right, or even protecting the job, for example. But I don't think it's a job, because you need advice. It's saying that right now you are focusing on getting guidance on how you release a chain. The devil is the chain. So the devil, the chain, is the challenge of the Five of Wands. You're facing challenges. Okay, some of you guys, it is literally launching a business. Okay, or you know, maybe you're facing challenges in terms of protecting a job, because the Ace of Coins is work, it's a job, and the Nine of Wands is protecting your job. Some of you guys are literally facing challenges in terms of trying to protect your job, getting guidance on how you can release the Eight of Wands energy, the devil. All right, how can you get rid of a problem, for example? You need guidance on how you can get rid of a problem. All right, so some of you guys might literally have problems in the workplace. Devils can be nasty, evil people within the workplace, or they can be terrible bosses, you know, really nasty bosses. How can I get rid of somebody on my back? Devil can be a very oppressive energy, or a very oppressive boss. And you might be getting some guidance on how do I get rid of this really oppressive boss showing here, because I'm facing a challenge here. Okay, I'm trying to protect my job, but I'm facing a challenge because of this individual showing here. It could run many, many ways. The advice for the week going forward, Taurus, is, let's have a look at what's the advice that you have for Taurus on this situation for this week. So first of all, the Five of Cups is the advice. So I feel that you need to kind of, you need to kind of accept something here, because the Five of Cups is all about acceptance, and sometimes it's sad. Sometimes, you know, you don't want to do that. But I do feel that you've got to accept a situation with that Five of Cups energy. But it's not, the Five of Cups is not about acceptance. It is about acceptance, but it's about accepting something is gone. You're still mourning, okay? But I think there's something that comes after this, because the advice is how you handle this. So the Five of Cups is the first card. Okay, you've got this Eight of Swords in the reverse. So Eight of Swords in the reverse is all about freeing yourself from a prison. I think that you've got to accept the loss. You've got to accept perhaps maybe you've lost a situation here this week, Taurus. Maybe you need to accept that you need to give something up in order to free yourself with the Eight of Swords energy. Because the Eight of Swords is reversed, and that's all about freeing yourself. And the Five of Cups is giving something up. So I do think that you need to accept this week going forward, the advice is that you need to probably, the universe is saying the advice is that you're probably going to need to give something up here in order to free yourself. Some of you guys, it could be a job, you need to leave the job. Some of you guys, it could be that you need to, for the time being, give up the idea of launching a new business, for example, okay, until you get rid of the debt, for example. Maybe some of you guys want to, you know, set up a second business, but you need to get rid of the debt of the first, that type of thing. I do feel that it's saying that you need to clear something this week before you can move forward. That's what you need, because there's a blockage here in place that won't allow you to move forward. It's in work or it's in business. I think for some of you guys showing here, let's have a look at the last card showing up here. The King of Wands. Some of you guys need to free yourself from a King of Wands, perhaps. Taurus, sorry. I'm like my mum. Mine just goes blank for a minute there on names. I think that you need to accept the loss of a situation here and free yourself. Open up as well. Eight of Swords in the reverse is all about opening up our minds, because in the reverse, in the upright, your mind is completely kind of cramped. This is overthinking card, is the Eight of Swords when it's in the upright. It's about not seeing things clearly. It's about not wanting to see. It's about major kind of mental blockages. But in the reverse, you're freeing that. So maybe you guys need to accept the loss of a situation here and open up your vision. Open up your mind to new visions. Because the King of Wands is all about, he's the visionary of the tarot. And this is all about opening up your mind to a new vision, for example. Okay, to a greater vision. Because he's greater. He's the king. You can't get any better than that. And he's the king of vision. So open up your mind with the Eight of Swords in the reverse to a greater vision. And I think that you do need to do that. I think that you need to kind of think ahead in a way, Taurus, in this situation. The focus needs to be on Seven of Coins energy. We go through the reading again. So the Seven of Coins, what you need to focus on is abundance. And I think that this Seven of Coins that you're focusing this week on goes beyond what you're doing right now and what's happening for some of you. If this resonates with you, Taurus, I think this Seven of Coins kind of goes beyond what you're experiencing right now, because the Seven of Coins is all about all of that hard work and value that we put into things, all of that hard work and labor and, you know, dedication and focus that we put into something and wanting to see ourselves being rewarded for that. And your focus needs to be, because this is kind of after the fact. You can see that she's got her basket, okay, and she's ready to take it's like money is growing on trees here. All right, so, you know, it's kind of got that connotation, hasn't it, of the money on the tree. So you guys really need to focus on money growing from trees, which really, money doesn't grow from trees, but you kind of need to have that mindset where there is more out there. And I think the focus needs to be in a way that there is more out there, because I think that for some of you guys where you are right now is that you are being limited in doing something. But it's at the very times, I think, Taurus, when you are being limited from doing something in your life that you need to kind of think forward and think, okay, I'm being limited in this, but, you know, there's more out there. There is much more out there, and I need to believe in that. So I get the impression here, Taurus, that for the week you need to be kind of thinking greater and thinking bigger, all right, for the week. You need to think greater and you need to think bigger, because although you feel shit on being limited, this is where it needs to be. Money grows on trees. So you need to say to yourself, okay, this isn't going to work out, but, you know, something else will. You know, because I have a never-ending source of money. You really need to be thinking like that. You need to be thinking as if things are already happening, or as if you've already got what you want with this Seven of Coins energy. Okay, so it's all about keeping that vision positive, because I do feel that some of you guys have been challenged. Five of Wands energy. Some of you guys might have been blocked with the Five of Wands from starting with the Nine of Wands. It's launching here, launching your own business, for example. Some of you guys might have faced a challenge here in terms of, and felt the need with the Nine of Wands to protect, to secure your assets, for example, showing here, or to secure your job. You might have been feeling that there are challenges in terms of securing your job. Some of you guys right now, as a result of that, might be consulting with the Queen of Cups energy. So this is all about getting some guidance, because can you see how she's walking forward with the guidance with the cup, and it's got the lamp. So some of you guys are focusing on getting some guidance on how you free yourself. Eight of Wands energy, he's releasing. how you release yourself from a contract, or how you release yourself from something that's binding you or kind of tying you in, whether it's to a mortgage or whether it's to, you know, a credit card contract, or whether you're paying too much or over the odds, or a loan. You know, some of you guys can't start something new until you've paid something off, and it might be, well, I'm getting advice on how I can try and pay this off quicker so I can start this thing, all right? Or if this is where, for example, some of you guys are facing challenges trying to protect your work or protect your job, then right now you're focusing on getting some advice on how you can release yourself or free yourself or release the constraints or the problematic energy of the devil, whether that's a terrible boss or whether that's a terrible co-worker or somebody who's really evil and underhanded. I feel that some of you guys need to kind of, going forward, the universe is saying you need to kind of face up to the loss of the situation, okay? And it might be the loss is, with this Five of Cups, is that you're going to have to deal with the status quo, if I'm being honest. The Five of Cups is kind of like disappointment. So some of you guys, maybe the advice is for the week, you're going to have to face up to maybe things aren't going to work out the way that you want them to this week. And you're going to have to kind of face up to it and accept it with that Five of Cups energy, all right? But at the same time, if you do that, it's going to allow you to free your mind to, you know, a greater vision. So for some of you guys, it might be that you can't get rid of the horrible boss, or you can't get rid of the horrible co-worker, for example. And for some of you guys, you're going to need to accept that with the Five of Cups energy. But at the same time, in that time of acceptance, this means that you guys can free your mind up to a greater vision. Do you see what I mean? And this greater vision is where it needs to be with the Seven of Coins. That money does grow on trees. Just because something doesn't work out in your favour this week, it doesn't mean that you should stop the vision for something better in the future happening, okay? Because if you keep the dream alive, Taurus, it simply means that it's going to manifest for you at some point. But don't feel that because maybe something that you want to get rid of this week, for example, whether it's a loan that you want to pay off so you can start a new business, or whether it's getting rid of a manager or a boss or a horrible co-worker, or shifting departments or something so you get away from a negative individual. If that doesn't happen this week, it's fine. You know, if you just turn around and you say, okay, I accept that maybe I'm not going to get what I want this week. However, I'm going to keep my mind open, Eight of Swords in the reverse, to a greater vision in the future. And my greater vision is to have that abundance with the Seven of Coins energy. If I work hard enough, I'm going to get to where I want. I'm going to see the rewards for all of that hard work. So really the ethos of the week, Taurus, is just to keep going. No matter, even if you've got a little bit of a setback this week with a person, or with, you know, getting yourself out of some debt, or getting yourself untied from a contract, or whatever the case is. If that doesn't happen for you this week, it doesn't matter, because as long as you keep your mind on the prize and where you really do want to go, it will manifest for you at some point. But you have to keep it positive, okay? If there's any little setback like that, don't allow it to affect you. All right, keep your mind on the prize and keep your mind open to keep mind open, Eight of Swords reverse, to a greater vision with the King of Wands. Let's have a look at what the advice is for the week in 3 cards very quickly. Tea leaves, what is the advice? What's the further advice you have for Taurus this week, next 7 days? So we've got in 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's have a look. And yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll just do those 3 then. Okay, the advice is club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will, okay? Just be aware that it's a general reading, so it's not going to happen for everyone, but somebody might try and make you do something against your will. Bridge, however, you will successfully overcome the problem, because we've got the bridge card. What's the next card? Pig. Beware, pig. Beware of greed. Okay, so this week it's important to beware of greed. Okay, it's not bad to be greedy and to want nice things, but sometimes if you're too greedy, sometimes you are at risk of overdoing stuff, okay? So beware of greed this week. It could be that someone will try to make you do something against your will. So if this is the person that's doing it, beware of somebody's greedy intentions, because they might try and make you do something against your will this week. However, I do feel with the bridge card that you will successfully overcome the problem this week, okay? That is your reading, Taurus, for the next 7 days. Hopefully speak to you at some other point. If you'd like to purchase a reading with me, there's a little icon at the top of the reading that you can click on, and you go straight through to my website. Thanks for your time, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.